30 on the East Coast on this Wednesday morning, chilly morning. I think again it's like single digits out where I live. I'm in Indiana. I know it's cold wherever you live too. So we all are cold together. We're just gonna have to get some nice barefoot dreams and snuggle. But we're shipping like 20 items out this morning. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I sold and how much I bought it for and all that sort of stuff. You guys know the drill. But I also, yesterday, I went thrifting all day long and I recorded the whole thing. I picked up every item. I showed every item, and I'm going to break down exactly how much I paid and how much I think I'll net, which means make off of everything in my pocket. And I'm putting that together. It should be ready on Friday. But let's get on into it. This is not the first sale, but this is the first sale I'm going to pack because it's going to FedEx. So whenever I don't know what the criteria is. I thought it was over a certain amount of money, like $80, but these sold for, I have to come find them actually because they're like halfway down. These sold for $79.99, so right under 80. I don't know, but this is the first time I've ever found and sold this pair of shoe right here. So they're called Veja. I did have to give them a good cleaning. They were pretty dirty on the bottom. But I've never found this brand of shoe before, and it's a pretty small, in my opinion, I think, a size 6 for women. So I've had them for a little while. I would say maybe like 3 months. But yeah, they sold. So I'm going to ship them, and actually they can ship in the small little box. I can't ship them in a priority box because they're going to FedEx through FedEx. This is only USPS, right? So can only ship these through FedEx, which can be any box other than a USPS box. So what's up, Patriot Girl? I figured you'd be hopping in from Naples, Florida. It's probably chilly down there too compared to what it usually is, but brr. Yesterday, oh my gosh, it was so cold. Wait till I show the video. I show how cold it is throughout like each thrift store. And that's just without the wind chill. It was so cold. But Patriot Girl is in the chat from Naples, Florida. You can see what I'm doing. I'm just wrapping these up in just a one of these little bags, putting it in there. It's a pretty tight box, so I'm not going to have to put any padding or anything in there because it's a tight fit anyways. But some of these items or some of these shoes you have to send to FedEx to get to ship to eBay so they can authenticate them. So like, I guess maybe any fake shoes, like faked shoes, have to get shipped there. I don't know, but these are going there. I have yet to have a pair of shoes that have been fake. I can usually tell pretty quickly at the thrift store if they're fake. It's pretty easy to tell. I know they make some like really good fake shoes these days, but a lot of those are Jordans, and I don't pick up a ton of Jordans. But you can tell pretty quick after doing it a while. So as you can see, this is a FedEx label. So this is a FedEx label. So this will have to be dropped off at FedEx. I have to make sure I don't put that, which I have before, put that in my bag of USPS, drop it off at USPS, and then I'm in trouble. I get that back in my box, and it's like 6 days late, which is not good. 57 degrees and sunny. Patriot Girl, that sounds like a perfect sweatshirt morning walk, especially when it's sunny. What's up, Summer? Summer, Patriot Girl with Naples. I'm feeling all the warm vibes. Blessed Ohio Picker. Now you're with me. We're cold up. We're cold up here, Blessed Ohio Picker. Mountain khaki pants. We talked about these recently in shipping, but I like picking up, it's backwards. I like picking up mountain khaki. So this brand used to do really well. This brand has been out ever since I started thrifting. It used to do better than it does now, but they just seem to sit, but they still command decent money. They're just really well made. See how the bottom hems are like that? They're just like really good hiking type pants, really thick twill. These sold for $26.88. I paid $5 for them. They're going to William. Wait a minute. I am way up at the top. Let's go back. These sold. We have to go back because remember the shoes I had to go way up to find them? We're going back. 4 degrees and freezing. Yes, that's about how I feel. It's nasty. I had to drop my daughter off at daycare this morning, and it was so nasty. Peter Millar chino, just 5-pocket chino pants. If they ever have a mix of materials, yeah, this is cotton spandex. What did I put? I put Crown, Peter Millar Crown. Yeah, because I think that Crown Soft or the Crown pants do better than just regular twill. 100% cotton. So these sold for $27.89. That's an auto posture sale. These are going to go out padded flat rate envelope. I paid $5 for these too. And buyer pays shipping, of course. So again, if you ever have questions, if you're watching this later, just ask them. I go back through all my social media and try to answer as many questions as I can. So while I'm able to do that, I will do that. So these are going out. Again, now let's make sure it's going to the right person. Daniel. Okay. The next one's going to be the Mountain Khaki. Again, Mountain Khaki sold these for $26.88. Very similar sale. And these are going to go out flat rate and paid $5 for those too. So good, like $20-ish profit on both of those pants. Good morning, Brandy. Hope you have an amazing day. I don't know what your guys' plans are today. I'm going to be working today, taking pictures and listing. And then yesterday I went out thrifting, and maybe go out today if you can, if you're north. Obviously, Patriot Girl and some of you guys are in the warm weather. But the good thing is when it's cold here or snowy or whatever, seems to keep people away from thrifting. So the thrift stores were really quiet yesterday. But with that said, they weren't pushing out a lot of new stuff, so it might have kept employees home as well. But it was pretty quiet out there. I got quite a bit of stuff. No grand slams. I did get something kind of cool. I'll put it in a video later. I have no idea how much it's worth though. Good morning, Gladys. Thanks for coming in with the surfboard. Gladys all over. American Eagle jeans, boot cut and flare, have over 100% sell-through rate. Good pickup, and you can get them cheap enough. Okay, boot cut and flare American Eagle jeans. Are you talking about women's or men's? I've always said if I could get American Eagle jeans, they have such a good sell-through rate. If I could get American Eagle jeans for like $2 or $3 a pair, I would almost make my whole business off of those and Polo Ralph Lauren shirts. Just crank them out because I know exactly how to measure them and everything. And I have the templates already made. I can just crank those mugs out. But they're $8 where I live. So my buy cost might be a little bit high. Summer. Good morning, Stacy. Pamela, good morning. It's too cold here. I list all day. I know. I will list all day. But Brandy, see, there are people out there thrifting while you're listening. But I'm going to be listening too. I'm with you. Yeah, I noticed that too. It's been over the years too. Whenever it's really snowy, I'm out. I am out at the thrift stores. Like, I'm gone. All-wheel drive car, I'm gone. Morning, Heidi. Women's flare. I never look through women's American Eagle jeans. I see them. I see a ton of them always. Here you go. This is a brand you might not know. I might have talked about it before, but I might not have. This brand is called, you can pronounce it, starts with a K. It's called Ironworks, but this is actually LL Bean's like little bit heavier duty, more expensive line. And you wouldn't know that. There's a little thing at the bottom that says, or on the side that says LL Bean. But there you go. It might be a little blurry, but that's what it's called. Katana Hoen Ironworks. And then over here it says LL Bean. Most people would have no idea what that is or what brand it is, but this is a really heavy duty, like fleece line jacket. I took a best offer of $29 for it. So that was a decent sale. Let me get this in here real quick. So $29. I paid $5.99 for lightweight jackets. Even though this is not lightweight, it's considered lightweight because it's not a coat. It's not a coat where I live. And that's going out priority. Right? Ground. It's going out ground. So we're going to stick this in one of these boys. One of these bigger one of these bigger mailers because there's no way going to fit in that 13 by 10 or whatever it is. So that's a new brand that a lot of people might know, might not know. But I found out about it a couple years into going. Didn't know, but I was actually at an estate sale. I remember. I'm like, this is really nice. And I found that brand. I'm like, wow, it's LL Bean. Who would have thought? All right, $29, paid $5.99. Making sure it's going to the right person. Kathy, you guys see a lot of the top of my head. I know. I'm sorry about that. And that's going out the door. All right. American Eagle only sells good jeans, women's flare, wide leg, in my opinion. The other ones, boot cut, just sit. Okay, so flare. And again, I know with women right now, that's in style. I just found dojos and I listed them yesterday. I have 1 million offers. I actually changed it to no offers because there's so many offers. But yes, flare's in. So if I buy those, I would list them ASAP because who knows how long they're going to be in style for. Now, hey, I'm no fashionista, but I'm just saying. Let me go back up to the top. I was pretty excited yesterday. My neighbors were cleaning out their closets and giving me away clothes for free. I got 2 large trash bags of BKE polo jeans for free. You can't beat that. Anything free. That's the good thing about clothing. A lot of people just give it away, obviously, at garage sales and Goodwill and everything. So, like, even if they're women's BKE jeans, that's not something I pick up. But if you're getting it for free, it meets my criteria for my business. I'm making at least $10 or $12 profit on those because you can sell those for like $15 at least. I'm thinking, but that's awesome, Brandy. Sandy, good morning with the wave. Blessed Ohio, loved your video. It's encouraging. You have me wanting to start selling clothing. Get on it. Let's go. Let's sell clothing. But then I go out and try to find clothing. I forget which names to get. I know, cry face. I know that's part of it. Maybe just, you're already going out looking for hard goods, right? Maybe just remember like a couple brands. I don't know, like AG. See if they have any men's AG jeans or pants, something like that. Don't overwhelm yourself with all these different brands, I'm telling you. I get it, though. I get it. Or just make a little list. Make a little list. But I know we all dealt with that. I made so many mistakes at the beginning. So that guy sold J. Crew blazer. Those sell really well. I need to pick up all the J. Crew I can find. And that was a big mistake. And I do love hard goods. Hard goods are first in my heart. I don't think people know that, but I just don't have a lot of them around here. So I pivoted to clothing. Can one look up by taking a photo of the tag on the clothing? Yeah, you can take a picture of the tag on the clothing. If I were you, I would almost figure out what are the brands not to pick up. The brands not to pick up, because there's so many of those. That's a good thing. Like, no. You'll just know right away. Like George, Arrow, Stafford, all those types of brands. No. Question. I printed multiple shipping labels for the same item. Looks like eBay charged me for them, at least for now. Will they refund me if I don't use the other label? So Heidi, what I would do is go into, have you shipped the item yet? If I were you, I would go into your labels under your like dashboard. You can go under shipping, and then at the very bottom, it will say labels. You can click on labels and go to that item and click void label. And if there are a whole bunch of them, hit void on all of those, and then redo it with the one. That's what I would do. So I've gone in there before and had to void labels. It's very easy. Once you figure it out the first time, you know exactly where to go. It should be under your seller dashboard, shipping, and then like a little bar you click on it, it comes down, it's labels. That should help you. What's up, Ronnie? Oh shoot, I'm way behind. Do you ever sell Buckle men's jeans or Rock Republic? Rock Republic, I don't. Rock Revival, I do. Buckles men's jeans are my favorite jeans to sell. They have to be men's though. So this thing was full. Like a week ago, this was full, and this is what's left. These are all BKE jeans. My favorite jean to sell because they sell quickly. So I like selling BKE jeans. Yes, only men's though. Only men's, and I left a whole bunch behind the other day because they had a lot of wear on the bottom. They will sell for the heel drag, but for $7.99, I'd rather get them without it. If they were $2 or $3, I would pick them up. But yeah. Good morning, Cindy. Felix, I miss you on TikTok. Felix, I know. But I got to get work done today. And these save and people can watch them later on. TikTok, they don't save. So, you know me. I want to make my presence over here on Facebook and YouTube because I got a lot of interaction. Facebook or TikTok, people just come in and come out. So, bless. Thank you. You're welcome. What's going on in here? What's up, Trisha? Trisha knows. I'm glad you don't like you're from The Simpsons anymore. I know. I could be from The Simpsons. If I turn this overhead light off, which I got to get rid of this. I got to figure out lighting in here better. But this light up above, it's bad. I can't even turn all my surfs up. All right, let's get back to the next item. Oh my gosh. Last thing we did was that. All right. Duluth, we just packed one of these the other day. These are the Fireflex hose pants. Again, I love finding these. These are just a bread and butter. As long as they have the cargo pockets and the big rivets you can see right there, they do well. Definitely look for a longer length. These are like 36, 34. Yeah, 36, 34. I buy them for $4.99. They sell for $23.99. You guys see a pretty common trend here. $5 into like 30, into 27. That's just kind of the business I'm in. Trust me, I want 5 into 100. I just don't find that very often. So let's make sure these are going to the right person. They're going to Dawn. Dawn. Trisha, I can go back to looking like a Simpson if you want me to. You guys want me to look like a Simpson? I can do that. But my wife's like, it's so dark in there when you do that. It's so dark in there. So I can't. All right. Those are going out. Next item is a Polo Ralph Lauren. I sold one just like this recently. Black doesn't show up well, but this is just a Polo Ralph Lauren jacket. It has a hidden hood. I find these are $5.99. It's a lightweight jacket. And this sold for $34.99. I didn't do a best offer or anything. They just took it. Oh my gosh, I need to get back. Thanks. Hey, Nicole, what's up? Nicole, hope you're warm today. Got them for $1 yesterday. Bridget, well, that's good then. Yeah, $1. If you can, there's so many things you can get for $1 that it's worth buying and worth selling. $1 and $15 all day long. If you can list it really quickly, all day long. All day long. And a lot of people pass that stuff up. Not me. Not me. That's a huge ROI. And if you can do a lot of those, I mean, think about the return. Walmart and all those big companies, their ROI is so small. As long as you can get that stuff listed really, really quick, think if you can do 10 of those an hour, I mean, that's quite a bit of money. 25 of those an hour, that's a lot of money. You only have $10 invested. All right, so that sold for $34.99, paid $5.99 for it, going in a priority box. So that's going out 2 pounds in a priority box. That is that. Who's coming in, going out? You, Felix. You, because you're in here right now. You were probably in someone else's TikTok right now. I know it. I know it. Felix has kind of become in my corner, like my biggest little, he's like my little supporter over here. Felix, you're so cute. All right, $22.99. Again, the theme. These are AG. We talked about these earlier. AG jeans. These are Everett. The Everett, again, I pick up 4 types of AG jeans, and these are one of them. These are actually chinos, so these cost $4.99 for me. These sat for a little while. They sold for $22.88, $4.99 and $22.88. Again, you guys know buyer pay shipping. The only one I'll tell you what I buy: Everett, Telus, Everett, Telus. I always forget Graduate, Everett, Telus, Graduate, and Ives, I don't buy Protege. Some people may, and that's all good, but I don't. These are going out ground, actually. We picked ground, and they're going out to California. Ooh, that's kind of expensive. That's probably why. I enjoy watching videos on YouTube. Gladys, I appreciate it. Hey, I spent all day yesterday making I'm going to have a video ready for this weekend. So it's going to be all day thrift. It's basically live thrifting with me all day, but it's better quality than just live thrifting. It'll be good. It'll be very informative of brands you want to pick up. That's the goal. No, looks better now. Okay. Look at Felix and Trisha saying hi to each other. Do you buy and repair items you think will sell well? Good question, Heidi. More than 99% of the time, no. But there have been times where I'll tell you a specific time. I found a gold button, purple label blazer by Ralph Lauren. And when I was undoing the buttons, one of the buttons came off. If that was just a regular blazer that sells for $50, I would have probably left it. But I kept that button. I took it down the street, and the tailor said they'd put it back on for $5. So now I know I can put a button back on a coat for $5 if there's an extra button. But no, like I don't even clean most of the items unless they have a stain on them or a smell, but I don't pick up stuff with smells. So no, I don't repair. I like profits, not projects. So profits, not projects. To me, I'd rather pass up on an item and spend that time getting 5 items listed instead of trying to fix the one. Now, obviously, if it's worth a ton of money, it's worth your time. You just have to decide that. Good morning. Donette, how are you doing this morning? We are packing up like 20 items. We're kind of in the middle-ish somewhere. Go Purdue. We beat IU last night. They're our rivals. But this is actually, again, I talk about this often. This is a player-issued, I don't know if this is basketball or football. It says on field on the right here. So I'm guessing it was football on field. But this is a player-issued jacket or quarter zip. So I find a ton of player-issued stuff in Indiana or Indianapolis, whether it's college or NFL or NBA or WNBA or race car or whatever. I find issued or team-issued items. This sold for $35. If it wasn't team-issued, my guess would probably sell for like $20. And it's going to Clint. It's going ground. So as you know, I use these poly mailers right here. I love them. I buy them off Amazon. I have a link in my link tree for those. Do you ever sell a set of 2 like items, common shirts? Yes, Pamela. Good question again. I do. So I lot items up. In my last live, which was just the one previous, you're watching on Facebook, so was my previous packing. I sold 2 Prana long sleeve Henleys as a lot. I also brought this up too. So I'm selling actually all these Brooks Brothers shirts right here as a lot of 6. Because they're all really big size, same size. They all are dry cleaned, all clean. So I'm selling these as a lot. So people always ask, how do I decide or not? It just depends. There are some different things that go into it. But yeah, I definitely do sell things as a lot sometimes. Let me make sure this goes out the door. Hey, guess what? This is going to someone in Indiana. Imagine that, Purdue. All right. I found a cool in Allbirds yesterday. Both under $6. Great condition. I was so excited. Nicole, that is so exciting too. I would be too. Allbird pants or shorts. So they make pants, shorts, and swim trunks. All of them good. Allbirds good. And cool, like the best. I mean, one of the best. It sells so quickly. Sorry, Felix, but it does. Felix bought 3 in front of me, and I just think it's karma if you haven't sold them yet because you stole them from me. What kind of baby was in your cart? I don't know. It's like a born again baby. It was signed on the back of the neck, but I did buy it. And I might have to just take that baby around with me to stores. So short story, if you guys are in for it, in college, my roommate and I went to an adult store and we bought a blow up doll that was about this big. I know. And her name was Janet Leakins. My last name's Leatherman. His last name's Likens. So we called it Janet Leakins. And we took it everywhere. We took it to Walmart. It was like Flat Stanley. We took it everywhere with us. And we'd get looks. And like, that's just what I would do. I would just clown like that. So I might do that with that baby. I should take it thrifting with me with the cart and everything, dress it up, make it look like a real baby and accidentally like make it fall out of the cart and get people. I don't know. That's just where my brain goes. I'm just a jokester. But this is actually, I found this with Felix. Felix, remember when we found this? So we found this Really cool wool jacket. If it was Polo Ralph Lauren, it would go for a lot more, but it's Polo Jeans Company. And the issue with it was it's missing a couple buttons. So you can't even see somewhere on there, right there at the bottom. You can see right there somewhere. It's missing a couple buttons. So I had to price it down a little bit. I took a best offer of $55 for this. But also in Chicago, they work with you on prices. So I remember, I think it was $20 and they took half off of it because I told them, hey, it's missing buttons. They didn't see that. They said, we'll sell it to you for 10. Here in Indy, they would have took it and sent it to the bins and it would have either gone in the landfill or something else. Indy needs to get in touch with like working with customers because they ended up making money. Indy would have said, no, we'll take that and just salvage it out, even though I would have paid $10 for it. Do you pick up blazers if they're tailored? Yes, Andrew. What's up, Andrew? Yeah, I do. You never really know if a blazer's tailored. It's very hard to tell until you get home. You just have to take those measurements, which is the sucky part about blazers. I hate taking pictures of blazers, but they sell really well and you get good money for them. So you just take the shoulder to the end of the arm. You take the top to the bottom, take the pit to pit. You can take the shoulder to shoulder. You can take the waist measurement. I don't do that one, but reborn baby, Bridget. I know people in the chat were like, that's worth a lot of money. It looks like a baby. Look at my Instagram and Facebook, guys. It looks like a baby. So this is just going out one of these boxes right here because I believe it's going out ground, which it is. I sold this one in my last video. I'm a little bit, I don't know if I'm OCD, but I have to have the seams lined up. Sorry about you. Hilarious. Oh, I got questions. My bad, guys. Let's get this label on here. Call it out the door. So there you go. All right, let's go. If you found a black label Ralph Lauren suit, would you separate the jacket from the pants? I have two listed together. So if it's a suit, if I'm hearing you correctly or reading it correctly, Brian, if it's a suit, a jacket, and a pant, I would sell them together. I would not sell them separate. Even if they're all black, I would sell them together if I were you. And again, just so you guys know, blazers and suits are more of a long tail item. They take longer to sell. So you can't expect them to sell usually within 90 days. That's almost like depending on what it is and how you price it, it can be like a 6 month, maybe even a year type of sale. Just so you know. Good morning, Jared. Remember to get the Ralph Lauren onesies for the baby. Yes. Cindy was like, you need to get some Ralph Lauren onesies for that baby. I'm like, that's a perfect idea. Like, that's exactly what I should do. So now I'm going to be going through the kids looking for those. Yeah, Felix remembers when we talked about that jacket. We were both like, should we get it? Should I get it? He doesn't do clothing, so he didn't care. Were you his muscle in Chicago, Felix? No, I was Felix's muscle. Come on. Oh my gosh, I need to work out. Yeah, Felix was my muscle. Goodwill does not care about customers. I kind of believe-ish that somewhat. I know there are a lot of people that I'm really good friends with and friendly with, workers, managers, all that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, they're trying to make as much money as they can for their store. They don't really care. They're a business. They're trying to make as much money as they can for the store. So I guess my argument to those people in Indy are, if I'm going to buy that jacket for $10, you'd rather send that to the bins and probably get put in the landfill instead of making that $10 right there on the spot. I don't understand the concept in that. But anyways, I did sell these Keen. These are utility Keen. They actually don't. Okay, so I find, you can see they're hard-toed, like slip resistant. The Keen, I only paid $5 for those. $5. $5 into 30. The Keens that sell best for me are the hiking Keens that are waterproof. Those are the best ones for me. I put in the size in the title for this one. Let me see, Andrew. Okay, you put in the size in the title for this one, but the measurements don't add up in the estimator I was using. Not sure if I should take it out or put the estimated size. So if it's a suit, I would do pit to pit and double that, and I would say that's the size. And then in the description, I would say, please refer to measurements right at the top of the description. So you guys know me. I don't put anything in my description other than my policies unless it's something like that. Please refer to the pictures for measurements. Most people do that with suits. They look at the measurements because a lot of people will ask for measurements if you don't put them in there. So again, these sold for 30. I took a best offer on them. They were sitting for like 6 months and I paid $5, obviously. So took it for 30 and they're going to go in one of these priority. And I'm just going to put them in a bag. I was actually not even going to put them in anything, but I'm going to put them in a bag. You guys can get on me all you want, but listen, I just put stuff in there and it goes to people and I don't get any negative feedback. So I'm going to continue to do that until people complain. I've never had a complaint about just like putting this in this box and it banging around in there, whatever. It's their shoes. They're steel-toed. I don't think they're going to get hurt from being in a box. So that's where they're going. So, Shauna. All right. Let's get that tape up and a label slapped. And that's going to Michigan? Michigan, I think. Oh, this is a good item. Okay. My Goodwill separates all of their suits. Oh, they do? Ugh, Jared. That's boo. That's so sometimes I'll find a jacket and then I'll go over to the pants and find the pants separate because sometimes I'll find a really good jacket and they don't have pants and people are like, oh, I don't want that. Like striped jackets, blazers don't sell very well unless you have the pants with it. And so that's a good thing, but that's annoying if that's the case. I don't know why they would do that. Why would they do that? The amount of tape I use compared to you, clearly I need to do less. I'm telling you right now, this 3-inch tape right here, it's not, even though it's this Duck brand or whatever, it's not that expensive. Look at my link tree. It's not that expensive. I literally do 1 stripe of tape on everything, and I never have issues. This stuff is thick tape. I'm a 3-incher. I'll never go back. Trust me, you want bigger. Let me tell you. What up, Megan? Good morning. Welcome in. We're in the middle of packing. I saw a pair of nice jeans. I saw a pair of nice Keen saddle shoes the other day, but they wanted $20. Is that too high for you? It has to. When I was in Chicago with Felix, I paid almost $20 for Keen snow boots that were barely worn, and I sold them for like 60 or 70. So it just depends on the shoe and the resale value. Like those, I wouldn't pay $20 for those. So I would just have to see them. They even have a little code inside you can look up and find the exact model. So you could do that if you wanted. Listen, I wish this was a $100 item. Again, I say this in like all my packings, but I don't create the prices. eBay tells me the prices. So things are only worth what people will pay. This is a Champion Todd Snyder. So a Todd Snyder Champion collab. There's nothing on it other than if you see that Champion logo, it's gray. That's the one you want to go for. Champion Todd Snyder. It sold for $42. I took a best offer. The guy went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I paid $4.99. I'm like, just give me that. Just give me that money. I'll get it out of here. Get it out of here. 4 into 42, and then I can go buy a whole bunch more items with that money now. Pit to pit double is pretty close. Yeah, pit to pit double, Andrew. Pit to pit double. Is usually that's all. If the size is in the blazer, like 42 long, I'll put that in the title. But I'll still do all the measurements. So it could, even if it's a 42 long, they could have had it tapered in the back or whatever. I'll still put all the measurements. And a suit jacket is something that I don't get a return that often, but that might be one of the higher returns I get just because it has to fit someone just right. That's why I only get certain suit jackets, like high-end blazers, because you don't want to get those returns. Don't want to get those returns. North Face. This is probably my cheapest sale today. These just don't sell for a ton for me. Just a quarter zip North Face little fleece thing. Paid $5. It sold for $17.99. They don't sell for a ton of money. Very, very lightweight. Actually sold 2 of them. But this one didn't sell for a ton. Replying, it's a 42 long. I didn't even see that. I said 42 long too. Pit to pit double is 43 estimated. Said 39 regular. No, if it says it's a 42 long, I'd put 42 long in the title and then put the measurements, and then in the description put please check photos for measurements. That's what I would do. That's what I do. What's up, Husky Mama? I can't call you Shauna. I just can't. It's a Husky Mama with the babies. Hey, I loved your show the other night, and everything everyone contributed, and I wish you luck and thinking about you. We all know people around that are trying to go for that, and I love it. If I got in there a little late, if I heard it correctly. So, all right, there we go. Next item, retail arbitrage. Actually, I think I saw K-Way sell one of these yesterday or the day before, someday recently on his whatnot. These silver tab with the silver button, or with the metal buttons, really good pickup. So silver tab with the metal buttons, these were retail arbitrage, but even if not, I picked these up for $5 and they sell really well. So if you guys have been watching me a while now, I've sold a ton of these. When I went to Chicago during break, the Ross had more. I bought all of them that they had. They just continue to sell. $32.99. I think I paid $12.99 for these. And this is going out in a Tyvek. Right. I don't throw any extra treats in the boxes, but I always so afraid my boxes popping open. I take the S out of them like it's full of money. Listen, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you feel comfortable taping it with more tape, do it. Do it. But I'm just going to show you right now that this 3-inch tape right here, never have issues with it. It's thick stuff. It's thick stuff. But again, I'd rather be more cautious than not. So I don't blame you. I want to make sure this goes on the right size of this Tyvek. So there you go. Tyvek envelope. I did seal this because those were kind of thick. That shirt was kind of thick. This was a trial and error for me. That's what she said. Look at you, Husky. I like that. That's my type of talk. I try to be appropriate on these. I try to be appropriate. Where's your link tree? Do not see it. So in my YouTube, it should be, so my YouTube is, if you just go to my channel, so like, you go to my channel right there, it actually says I'm live, but you go more about this channel. So if you're on your phone, you go right here, it says more about this channel. Actually, there's a link tree right here. Right there, it says link tree. So it should take you right to my link tree. So you click that, and it should go right to your link tree right there. And then it has everything I use, and then like codes and different stuff if you like on Whatnot and stuff like that. So, and on Facebook, it's a similar thing. But you can see where I get all my shipping supplies and everything. But I'm telling you, this 3-inch tape is the bomb. No, you don't have to get it through my link tree. I'm just telling you, it's really good. Back to eBay. These were a test from me. I don't usually buy LL Bean regular jeans for $7.99, but these were a size really big, size 44 by 36, and they were in like unworn condition. I bought 2 pairs of them, and they sold $20.88. So really not the best buy. I probably wouldn't do it again, but they're really good condition. They were really big and large. I thought, give it a shot. I obviously didn't lose money. I paid $7.99. I sold them for $20.88, but I would like to have made more. Ooh. What about Ralph Lauren shoes? Do they sell? Because I can get them for like $2. Exactly. I don't sell Ralph Lauren shoes. They just don't do. Last time I checked, they don't do well. Because I see them everywhere. I see them at the thrift stores. I see them at Ross. They're everywhere. And usually when you see something everywhere, the market's flooded on eBay and everywhere else too. So I actually don't sell Ralph Lauren shoes. They don't do that well for me. Again, if you can get them for like $1 at a garage sale or something, it might be worth it, but it's just not for me. So those went into a flat rate, and they're going to John. So I don't pick up LL Bean jeans unless they're flannel lined. I actually put a tape on these, unless they're flannel lined. So I probably won't pick these up anymore. Trial and error. If you don't lose money, that's fine though. Let's see. Do you allow returns on everything? Yes. So basically the way eBay works is behind eBay, they're going to make you take returns on everything. So no matter what, the buyer's going to be right. The buyer can say it's defective even though it's not, and eBay will make you return it. If you don't say size isn't right or whatever, I don't know if they'll make you return it, but they can just put defective and they'll make you return it. So I would definitely do returns. People feel more comfortable with returns. I do returns. I don't do free returns though. So I have buyer pay shipping and buyer pay returns. So that kind of deteriorates probably people from returning stuff that they shouldn't. So yes, I do returns, but buyer pays for returns. Their shirt's a really nice Untuck It shirt. Actually, someone who watches my channel bought this. I said, do not buy stuff from me. I'm just here to teach, but this is a really nice Untuck It. And you don't actually find these very often. They're like a stretchy, soft type of Untuck It shirt. Sold for $20.45. I paid $5 for it. Let's see. I found my first J. Crew Ludlows. I think I heard you get that from you. Yes. So Cindy, were they shirts? Were they pants? Or were they suits and blazers? The suits and blazers are what bring the big bucks. I pass over Ludlow shirts for $5, but not the suits and not the blazers. Those sell for really good money. All right. So I appreciate this sale, but I do not like people buying from me. My eBay store is just for research purposes only. Thank you, Surfs. You're welcome, Shauna. Family members and everyone else have done the same thing. I won't get into details, but you got this. I don't have anyone around me that has not made it happen. Dang, you said $12.99 for the silver tabs. That's good profit. And it's still good profit. Yeah, so $12.99 into $36.99. And the thing about that, Andrew, is I have so many of them, so they're super easy to list. So they're super easy for me to list these. I just changed the size basically in the measurements, the photos, whatever. So yeah, it's worth it. Make about $15-ish profit, maybe a little bit more, and they take me no time to list. In fact, I've sold so many of those. When I went to Chicago and bought them, I've already sold those sizes. When I was waiting in line, I just relisted or added one more to the listing. So I listed those in line while I was in Chicago because I've already had them listed or sold. Columbia is everywhere. It is everywhere. So you don't buy it. I paid $5 for them at Kohl's. Was afraid to pay up for the $10 plus ones. Do you pay $5 for those at Kohl's? Are those at Kohl's for $5? I'm going to Kohl's. And they still sell. Yep, going with the 3-incher next time. I think it's shit, Corey. Telling you. And they come in rolls. I'm going to have to replace that one. So I get a pack of 6. These come in rolls like that. And another thing about these are they do not, because it's a thicker tape, they do not like get messed up all the time. You see me pack. How many times does my tape get messed up? Never. 1% of the time. Maybe 1%. I bought a bunch of signatures at Walmart the other day for $7 a piece, and Barry said they aren't worth it. Yes, Andrew. So Levi's signature is a whole different line. They're made for Walmart. I don't pick up any Levi signature, even if they're new with tags at the store or at Goodwill for $7.99. I don't pick up any Levi signature. It has to be a Levi with a number on the back. So it has to be a Levi with a number on the back for me to pick it up. Otherwise, I will not pick that up. Columbia is everywhere. I don't buy Columbia either. Felix, you know that. Do not buy things from me. Come to my whatnot and buy things from me. Yes, don't go to my eBay store and buy things from me. You can come to my whatnot and buy women's clothing that I sell for $1 or list for $1, and you can get it for as cheap as it goes for. If no one shows up, you can get it for $1. I just don't like listing women's clothing. Pants, Cindy, pants. Pants. Ludlow pants. Okay, yeah, Ludlow pants are better than shirts, especially if you can find a wool or something. But yeah, I mean, comps are good on those. Ludlow's the high-end J. Crew line. Definitely, if you can find blazers and suits, good. Oh man, I bought something from you. I never heard you say that. I'm sorry. It makes sense. You run a business. No, I'm saying that because I don't want to come on here and feel like people need to buy from me, or I'm on here because, hey, I'm doing eBay. Come buy from me. That's not my intentions at all. And I don't want it to be that way. I'm here just to inform and talk to people. I have a lonely life. There's no one here to talk to. Though that's my intentions. These are actually, they look like 511 tactical pants, but they're not. They're Under Armour tactical pants. Really big size, 42. They have the ripstop. See the little squares? You might see them, you might not, but they have the ripstop in them. These are a good pickup. $5 into $22.31. That's an auto posture sale. And these are going out flat rate. I found a new with tags Ludlow blue-white seersucker blazer at Salvation Army for $12.99 for the summer. Why are you crossing your fingers, Sandy? That's a perfect pickup. You can list that now. I would actually list that if you don't have it listed. I will list it here like in February or soon if you don't have it listed, because that's a good spring break blazer for like a cruise for somebody. So yeah, a Ludlow seersucker blazer. That's probably like an $80 blazer. I don't know, just off the top of my head thinking. Making sure this is going to Victor. It is. It's going to Victor. Next item. Those shoes. We talked about them earlier, those Veja shoes. Next item. I only have 3 left. Double RL jeans. You guys know the deal with these. $35 for all of them. I only have 3 after this left. Really sad. Sold those for $125. When is my next whatnot? I don't have one planned. So, Catherine, the thing about my whatnots are, which I have so much fun during those, honestly. Like, and they're just getting more fun. Like, I love messing around. I love joking. I love the games. So I like teaching. Like, I just love that stuff. But I have to get the right amount of good women's clothing to do a whatnot show. Like this week or the end of last week on Thursday, I found Lululemon pants, but they were pilling, and I'm not going to do that. So I have to find the good amount of women's clothing, like 50, 60 items, something like that. Right now I probably have like 25 items that are good, but they have to be good items. I have some Mother jeans, Judy Blue jeans, Patagonia, all that stuff. North Face. I'm about to write some numbers on those signatures. What? Write some numbers? What do you mean write some numbers on those, Andrew? What are you talking about? Let's see. Does Ludlow have a particular tag? I'm going to type this in the chat because you're on a different, it's spelled different. Ludlow. J. Crew. They say J. Crew and then they just say Ludlow. Like if you open the blazer up, it will say Ludlow on your right side. On your right side, it should say Ludlow. Have you started cross-listing to Poshmark? No. So my goal again right now is to be consistently listing 15 items a day, which I have on this whole new year, and 15 items a day, get my social media content like done, like my shorts, my packing with you guys. I've been starting to do more YouTube videos, which are fun for me and informative. And so my goal is to do that all efficiently and hopefully have another hour left of my day, work time or so. And I will start maybe doing Poshmark. But as long as I'm listing 15 items a day and getting those things done, then it checks my boxes, then I can add more. So I don't want to overwhelm myself right at this second. And again, it's just me. I don't have any employees. I don't have someone that lists for me. I don't painting one is just me. So I don't have anyone else helping me other than Shelby on whatnot when she comes up and says goofy words. But these are Hugo Boss jeans. I really pass up on Hugo Boss jeans. The only reason I bought these are because they're size 34, 36. So really long length. And yeah, that's why I bought them. Actually, these kind of have I think I sold the other pair. Actually, yeah. This is the pair I sold. So this is the pair I sold. They look a little different. I saw that little down there. So I have two pair, and this is the pair I sold. Thank you. You're welcome. You said they need numbers on the patches. Oh, you're going to look for numbers. Yes. I would say the thing is, though, it's how much you get them for, Andrew. So we're talking about Levi's with numbers on the back, like 501s, 50 whatevers. A lot of them don't go for a ton of money. If I buy for $7.99, I'm looking for the silver tabs, the old silver tabs, the old orange tabs. I'm looking for new with tags. Anything $7.99 that's a 550, a 505, a 511, a 514, anything that's new with tags for $7.99, I will buy it, except for the Levi signature. Sorry, Andrew. So these are going out, and these are going out padded. Padded flat rate. You guys know how I do my jeans. Padded flat rate. Boom. Thank you. You're welcome. I measure and weigh my items when I list, but then reweigh and measure before I print shipping labels. Sometimes the measurements and weights change a bit. Am I doing overkill? I don't see you reweighing any, or you're doing your measurements. If you're new to this, no, you're not doing overkill. You need to do everything you can to make yourself comfortable and make everything go smoothly and not do any mess ups. So I think you're doing, if that's what's working for you, and then you'll see, you'll get to a point where you're like, I don't think I have to do that anymore, because I kind of know how much this weighs. And when you list it, like, I know how much this pair of pants weighs. I've sold them so many times. I'm going to tell you guys right now, a fact. I don't have a scale. I don't have a scale. I don't weigh anything. All I do is do my measurements. And I don't have returns. I've sold over 30,000 items. I do not have a scale. Why? Because I know how much stuff weighs, because I've been doing it so long. A pair of jeans, I always send out in a padded flat rate envelope. I know the dimensions of it. I put 12 by 8 by 2. And then I put 2 pounds. It's padded flat rate, so it doesn't matter. If I do like these North Face, these quarter zips, these are very, very light. I put 15 ounces, and then I put dimensions. I put them in ground dimensions 10, 8, 3. So I don't measure, and that's not what you should do, but it's just because I've been doing it for so long, I just know it. It's just like if, like I always say, if an electrician or a plumber or a welder has been doing something for 8 or 10 years, they can eyeball things and know. They can feel things and know. So that's what I do. And I haven't had any issues with overweight or buyer. I didn't pay enough and buyer has to pay more and all that sort of stuff. So Felix, 15 a day, 7 days a week. Yes, my man. Yep. 15 a day, 7 days a week. That's my goal. So right after this, I'll go up, take pictures, and I will take a ton of pictures. I will list 15 items, and then I will start drafting items, knowing tomorrow I'm going to be thrifting. So I'll have some drafts. Surfs, your lives are the best. Content out there. Andrew, you are so kind, but you are sucky. You don't mean that. You say that to probably everybody. Your lives are the best. I appreciate you. Is Buckle Black BKE? Yeah, no. So BKE, I think, is exclusively Buckle. And then they have a better brand at Buckle called Buckle Black. I think it's a little bit more expensive. I might not have any left. Let's see if I have any. I don't think I have any left. BKE, Buckle Black. All right. So here's Buckle Black. It's a little bit more expensive than BKE, but it looks awful similar. So it has to say Buckle Black. There's another that look like these that say black, and they try to look like the Buckle, but they're not. But yes, Buckle Black sells like BKE. Again, my storage system is unlike other people's too. So I'm just different, but it works for me. We've talked about many different things today so far, and I've pulled it out from many different places. I just know right where everything is. I'll move them eventually and make $2 a pair. Andrew, move them now. those Levi's signatures, if you know you made a mistake, just get them out. Even if you just get what you paid for them, get them out the door. We learn, and then put that money towards something that you know now. Don't hold on to them. When I made mistakes, even whatever, if I make a mistake and there's a hole or something, I'll just price it super cheap, get it out the door, and suck it up. Like, suck it up to that I made that mistake, and I'll try not to do it again. I think my question got lost. I found a really nice. It did get lost. I found a really nice dry fit polo from Nike and name brand. However, they have a golf course on them. I left them for $3 each. Should I have picked them up? Do you sell? Yes. So actually, all my Nikes are right here. So I don't know if I have any in here that have a. So here are my Nike polo shirts. And most of the time with Nike, if it's a college, I'll buy it. But if there is a Nike polo shirt that has a golf course logo on it, I will not pick it up. Nike, I do not pick up it. Usually if it has a golf course logo, the only way I'll pick up Nike with a golf course logo is if it's a PGA golf course logo. And if you want to know what those are, you go into Google, you type up PGA golf course logos, click on images in Google, and it will show you a list of all the images, like Pinehurst and Masters and Pebble Beach and all those different symbols. But I think you're okay leaving those behind. I think you did fine. I wouldn't beat yourself up over that. I probably wouldn't have picked them up, even $3 a piece. Tiger Woods polos do so well though. But that's just Nike. Other brands, Holderness and Bourne, Roebuck, all those, if they have a logo, I'll still pick those up for $3 or $4. Is your eBay store name the same as your YouTube name? How can I find your store? Yeah, so Ever Mateo, it is the same. I'm sourced up finds on Instagram, TikTok, eBay, everywhere. And if you just go to my link tree, my link tree should be in here in my YouTube channel. I talked about a little bit earlier. You just go to my channel and then click on my channel like that right there, and you'll see my link tree. It'll say link. You click on that link tree and open it up and whatever. And my eBay store is right there, eBay store. You can click on that and it'll go straight to my eBay store. And you can see all my stuff. You can see all the stuff I sold, all the stuff I sell. I got to figure out out a way to make signature sound elite in the title. You can put rare in capital letters. You can't get in trouble for that. Put rare the very beginning, capital letters. Do the measurements and the weight not have to be exactly correct? Guesstimations are okay as long as they're close. Yes. So that's the thing. Measurements on the package and weight can be a guesstimate, but I always guesstimate a little bit more. So I'm always about 2 ounces more. These things right here, I know they don't weigh a pound, but I put them in at 14 or 15 ounces. Even I know this probably weighs about 10 ounces. I always guesstimate a little bit more. That way you're careful. So that's what I do. But again, I only do that because I've done it for so long. If I was going to go welding and weld pipes in a house for water or whatever, I would make sure I do everything by the book. Okay, I need 7 millimeters of this. I'm going to use exactly 7 millimeters. Where someone coming in, he's like, I don't measure it out. I just use what I think I know because I've done it so many times. I'm just going to use that much of the metal to weld it on there. So same type of deal. How's the new baby? Oh, the baby's sleeping in the cold car. He's probably frozen. I was a bad dad. I left him outside in the car overnight. Really bad dad. I'm so intimidated by shipping. Started on Poshmark because it was easy. Yes, because Poshmark is much easier for shipping. I want to put the eBay, but I'm overwhelmed by me. You know what? You're not alone, Catherine. So often I get that question, and it is intimidating. Even my wife, sometimes when she's down here and we're spreading out whatnot stuff, even though it's not eBay, her words out of her mouth always are, shipping is so intimidating to me. Like I could never do it because of shipping. Don't let it be that way. On YouTube, I have a video if you look at my channels, it's like for beginners or something, shipping on eBay. Look at that video. It should help There's some word changes. Like I talk about first class. That's the old for ground. That's the old verbiage for ground. But don't be intimidated. You can do it. I would do calculated shipping. But go watch that video and then watch more videos on YouTube on shipping on eBay. I think you can get it. You got it. I do mean that. I learn a lot of clothes from each one. That's why I watch so many people and entertaining, but I don't learn anything. Andrew, I appreciate that. And that's exactly like, so I'll tell you guys right now, while we pack this last item, and this is no knock to any eBay or YouTubers or anybody, because there's a lot of really good YouTubers out there. My YouTube, I want to make it as I go to YouTube, I want to make my YouTubes as they were of what I watched, how I learned. Like I a lot of the big YouTubers for eBay, you click on them and they just talk about like what's going on with eBay and what's drama and what this sells and this sells. No, like I want to know what sells, what brands I need to look for. I don't care about any of that. I want to make money. I want to know what brands sell, how much I should be paying, and shipping and all that sort of stuff. K-Way's good at it too. But there are some big YouTubers out there that just don't talk about that stuff, and that's totally fine. They're entertaining. But I like to talk and learn. I mean, that's what I'm about. So that's what I'm about. This is a North Face, again, like I talked about earlier, just these little fleeces right here. They don't sell for a ton of money for me. Just very, very lightweight. Sold for $22.99. The other one sold for $17.99. This one sold for $22.99. A little bit different in size. That's why the different in price. Thank you for all the helpful info. You're welcome. Okay. Let's all buy a pair of Levi's from Andrew. That's what I'm seeing. Let's just all buy, Andrew, let's just all buy a pair of Levi's from you. We'll just list them all. We'll all buy a pair. You'll get your money back, and you'll feel better about it all. Dude, I mean, the mistakes I made in the beginning, so many. But if you do your taxes and everything, it's your mistakes. They're write-offs, you know? You have damaged goods, all that sort of stuff, just like any other business would. People like to buy flawed stuff. I missed a needed repair and went ahead and listed stuff. Yeah. And priced it in money and got it, and it works. Yeah. So people do buy flawed, especially if it's a really good item. People will buy it flawed, especially the vintage stuff. Shoot, I have sold the most tattered up Grateful Dead with holes. Nasty, nasty shirt. I mean, this shirt's been through a lot, and it sold for like $70. So here's the label from the thermal printer, all the labels. How many phone devices do you use? One. So this is how it looks. I take pictures on my phone of everything. I'm going to go take pictures on my floor with no special lighting in my kitchen of my pictures, and then I'll have all my pictures saved in my phone. I will literally just list from my phone. I will go to eBay and list every item from my phone, and it's listed. I'll delete the pictures off my phone. And then when they sell, I come down here and I ship them. So I do all my listings off one phone. I do have an iPad, but I don't use that for any eBay stuff. I find Oakmont stuff because that's nearby. Didn't realize. Yes, Oakmont is good. Okay, so yesterday, I'm going to put a short. I found a flag, a golf course flag from a U.S. Open, and it's signed by a ton of golfers. I'm trying to figure out the signatures. I don't know who, like Phil Mickelson and John Daly, all these different people. So I don't know. It's a pretty cool find. It's only $10. But yeah, golf course, major golf course logo stuff sells well. But yeah, guys, that's it. That is it for today. Appreciate you guys being here. And that's it. I actually, I also want to tell you, I had a negative feedback. I did have a negative feedback when I woke up this morning to a guy that had six feedback on his side. So whether it would be buying or selling, he had 6 feedback. And he said, these shoes are in a 5 out of 10 condition. They're in awful shape, blah, 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 blah. And I just went into that listing and I asked for eBay to step in. And that was this morning. I said, the pictures were clearly, I had like 15 pictures of the shoes. They even went to eBay authentication, all that stuff. The guy got them. He obviously didn't want to spend the money or wasn't happy with them. Already, within like an hour, eBay took the negative feedback off. So I take detailed pictures and I put that in my listing, and they can see if the condition, especially on shoes, you can see the condition. So I had a negative feedback this morning. I had it taken off in about 1 hour. So just so you guys know, you can do that. Oh my gosh, a lot of questions. Why do you pick Poshmark over? I don't have Poshmark, so I only sell on eBay. Why do I pick Poshmark over? So if I expand, it will be to Poshmark. I think most people know or would say Poshmark is the next best platform. Some people just sell on Poshmark, like compared to Depop and those others. Thanks. Do you wash and iron clothing before you sell it? I don't. So Shannon, I don't wash or iron anything unless I'm taking pictures and I see a spot. I'll spot treat it and wash it. Or if I'm taking pictures, I'm like, oh, there's a slight smell of smoke that I didn't smell at the thrift store or something like that. I'll wash it. And if it doesn't come out, I will not list it. So I'm big on that. No disrespect to Kway, but anytime he's on, I hear him talking about his poly bags. I know he's an affiliate with them. So, I mean, that's his thing. I just use these. I have a link in my link tree to these, to Amazon. They're right off Amazon. So again, you guys know me, I just try to teach. Chris at Peak is good to watch too. I learn. Yeah, to learn. Yep. Chris at Peak is a very smart character. Very smart guy. Idea here. Any chance, since you like to teach, would you do a segment on picking someone's store and help to how we list, like give us a grade? You guys know how many people, like almost daily, would you take a look at my store and let me know how it looks and all that sort of stuff? Kway and I have done that. I'll talk to Kway. We might go live again on Facebook and YouTube like this. And there were a time where we would go into people's stores and we would give them, positive criticism, I guess you could say. I'm a teacher and I already forget the word. We critique it positively, so to help it. But yeah, we went in and did some store reviews, so we could do that and people can watch. But me personally, again, I don't want to make money off people. I don't want to sell a course. People have all the time asked me to pay money for me to go into their stores or help them out or whatever. I'm not taking money from people. That's not why I'm here. I'd rather take money from the platforms. I'd rather teach for free and YouTube or someone pay me. I've recently changed my post office for 2 items. I weigh everything unless going flat rate. One was for a difference of 2 ounces. Yes, I recently changed my post office for 2 items. Oh, like you go to a different post office? I'm not sure seeing if I understand that question. But yeah, weigh your items, guys. I'm just telling you where I'm at now. Do it for 8 years and you might not have to weigh it like you do. But I would definitely, if you're new, you should get a scale. You should weigh your items. You should do everything exact. You should figure out what the dimensions are. You should do all those things. I just know them now off the top of my head. So I do all those things, but I just know them. Again, I put out a video a long time ago. Like I'm lazy. I do the easiest way possible, but I don't cut corners. So I do everything the easiest, most efficient way possible, and I don't cut corners. Another person like that is Tekken Sports, and he has been the largest seller of men's clothing on eBay in every category for 10 years. So he's pretty much the GOAT. Trying to build my numbers daily, listing daily, trying to figure out what I can do to help me list faster. So far, only able to get 1 to 2 to 3 items listed per day. If I do steps from beginning to end in one day, any suggestions that might help speed the process? Exactly what I'm talking about. Do the easiest, laziest way without cutting corners. You need those good pictures. You need those measurements, but what can you do to list quicker? I can take pictures of 15 random items, not Polo Ralph Lauren shirts, random items, and list them from my phone. I can take the pictures and list them from my phone in probably an hour and a half, 15 items. So you can do it. Don't overdo things. So like people will hang things and take pictures and then they'll lay it down, take measurements and write the measurements down and put them in the description in the listing. That's a lot of steps. I literally lay my items down. I take pictures of the measurements and post the pictures on my website or on the eBay listing. And I don't put any measurements in the listing itself. So that saves the time. That could save you 3 items during the course of that listing time. You're the best. Thanks so much. Thanks, Pamela, for being here. Appreciate that. So do you not save on all your photos, items you list? Do you not save all your photos? I'm having trouble with phone storage. Kway says never delete photos. Yeah, I know Kway doesn't delete his photos. So again, I've actually been selling on eBay since 2001, and I've always deleted my photos. Once my item is pictured and listed, I delete my photos. I don't know why I'd keep them. They're right there on eBay. So I delete them. And then they also save and you're deleted for like however many days if you do need them. But I've never had an issue. Once I list an item, I delete my photos. So that's just what I do. Surf is not harsh about photos and stuff like people are. Yeah, I'm not hard. I buy my photos and go look at my store. Some of them aren't the best pictures, but some of them are good. They're good enough. And I get sales. Obviously, I sell every day. Well, I would not have even thought to watch Tech and Sports. I figured it was a video game content. Go watch Tech and Sports, guys. Go watch Tech and Sports. I think he's only on YouTube. He was completely under the radar. I knew about him way before 2016, 17. He did a podcast, but you never see his face. He would never talk about anything. He would just talk about what he does, how many items he lists. And now he's doing YouTube because he's kind of retired. And go watch him. You're going to be like, wow, he does a lot of stuff. Like he doesn't put stuff in bags and put them in bins that are A through Z. I think we're just trained. There's so many people that do that. I don't do that. And it's super efficient. He didn't do that. He lists 120 items a day by himself. Do your own self-teaching. Yeah. Go into your mentor's listing and pay attention and how picks look. Exactly. Whoever, like, if you're a big fan of Grammy Pappy, go to her store and look at what she's doing and look at her pictures. And if those look really good to you and she's getting a lot of sales, do exactly what she does. That's what I would do. You have saved me so much time by adapting your ways. Thanks, Cindy. That's what it's about. Saving time. Time is money when it comes to this. I mean, I want to have time. I coach my son at night. Like, it's just me. I don't have anyone else working for me. And I coach my son multiple nights a week. And he's on a travel soccer team. It's intense. And I have a wife and I have another daughter. Like, so I can't work all the time. I'm a normal life person like all of you guys. Sorry for the typo. I was charged by the post office after I shipped an item for the difference of 2 offers. Yes. So I was charged by the post office after shipped the item, the difference of 2 ounces. Yes. So you should, you can get on your machine if you're doing a scale, if you're weighing and type it in there. But it's just me. I always like to give just a little leeway. Just a few ounces, if it's a shirt or whatever, just to make sure. Sometimes you'll get refunded from the post office. I get those often. I'll get emails saying I got refunded, like $1. But I would rather me take the punch and the hit rather than the buyer. You don't want it to get to the buyer and something happen where postage is due. That's a really bad look. That's negative feedback, and you probably will not get that removed. I regularly regret deleting photos if eBay pulls the item down. There you go. So Andrew only regrets deleting the photos if eBay pulls the item down. Don't put stuff on eBay that they pull down, Andrew. That's lesson number 1. Thanks for answering all many questions today. You really have helped me so much. You're welcome. No problem. Anytime. And again, you can always reply to these. They're saved on Facebook and YouTube. That's why I like doing live over here, because they're saved. Someone said, try to make your pictures look different from everyone else's. And I've had success with that. Colleagues' photos in weird angles as main photos, etc. I'm going to agree with you, actually, Andrew. Reisner does not use a white background. I don't use a white background. eBay for years and years in Google has said, we want you to use a white background. We want you to use white background. I have not. I think white backgrounds are great. I think a lot of the lighting brings a lot of the pop and colors out of everything. They're great, but I prefer not to use white background. It works for me in different angles. If you guys look at some of my photos and like my Polar Ralph Lauren's, I use different angles. I agree. But I don't think the background matters as long as it's a good picture and you get the colors true, and you get the measurements on there true, and everything's good. You show the flaws. I don't think background matters that much. Round up on weight. Yep, I'd round up on weight. That's what I do. So like I said, that shirt a little bit ago, I can tell you it probably weighed 10 to 11 ounces. I put 15 ounces in. Who was it you mentioned that listed 120 items a day? Tech in Sports. So I think it's TECHN Sports. Tech in Sports. He, to me, is my goat. He is a goat to me in reselling. I learned a lot of stuff from him. Again, he does not he's very efficient, very, very efficient. He does not pre-bag his items. He puts it in like item, and then by date when he listed it. A lot of the stuff I do, I listened from his podcast years and years ago. To me, he's a GOAT. He's, like I said, you can't argue with someone who's the largest seller of all men's clothing in every category for 10 years running. So he's the best in my opinion. Yeah. So, all right, guys, appreciate you guys. We talked about maybe some things that today that might be a little touchy, things that I do different than what you do. Again, do whatever works best for you. Be efficient. Make sure the buyer's happy. Number one, even if you only list 3 things a day, that's fine. This is my side hustle, I did the same thing. You want to make sure you list good items, good pictures, make sure shipping is on point. Do not mess up and make your buyers unhappy. That's the most important thing. I can't get Ralph Lauren down button ups to sell. Yep. I'm wondering if it's because there's so many listings on them on eBay or if I need to promote due to this. I had the same conversation with someone who noticed me yesterday out thrifting. They said they don't like selling. They don't like selling those anymore because they're not selling for them. I sell them all the time. I promote mine at 4%, but let me show you polo shirt. Let me see if that pops something up. So here's my front picture. Again, I feel like the front picture, I don't know for sure because I can't tell you. I'm not the buyer, but this is my front picture. So it shows you the color of the pony, the stripes, the size, the newer tag. And that's what they see. And it's a fact that most eBay buyers buy their items from mobile devices. So they're seeing that little thumbnail. If it's a picture of something that's way back here of the shirt, and then they're going to roll past mine and see a picture like that, that's right up front and close, I feel like that's going to be more eye-popping to them, in my opinion. And I promote all those polos at 4%. And my Brooks Brothers, I do the same way with the little fleece, 4%. I don't promote anything else. I use Auto Posher for my promotions, but or for my auto whatever that she does, auto offers. But I only promote those at 4% because that market is a little flooded, but I sell that stuff often. I post a picture with only the pony if I have to. Exactly. So let's talk about it. So there's one, right? Ralph Polo. So sometimes I feel like that's a better picture. Sometimes I feel like just the pony and the background is the better picture. So here's another example of the front picture. It's a really, you can't see it very well, but it's a gingham check. And because the tag was older, so this is my second picture. That could have been my picture, but see how the older tag? I thought having a close-up picture of the gingham check and the horse was a better picture for that one. So I do both styles. Chemo, don't come in here and start doing that. Do not come on in here and start doing that. Love you, Chemo. Appreciate you as always. Tekken is the GOAT. Surfs Up is Surfs Up. Well, I want to be that guy in the trenches with you. My mom was a principal. Here I am talking again. My mom was a principal. She's the best person I know in this world, probably. Like, I look up to her more than anybody. And she was a principal of a school for years and years and years. And she always preached to me that everyone is equal. The custodian is no more important than the principal. Everyone is just as equal. And when it comes to this, I'm in the trenches reselling just like you guys. I'm not doing anything more. I'm trying to get 15 items a day listed just like you guys. I'm grinding with you guys. I wouldn't have thought about that for the cover picture. Such good advice. Thank you. You're welcome. Just go to the eBay store and you can see what like I have. Listen, look at some of those pictures. Look at what I have sold. And that will tell you some of the pictures I take. And again, it might not be the best. So, all right, guys, I'll let you go. I need to go take pictures and stuff. Have a really good day. Hope you get more than what you thought listed, or hope you thrift more than what you wanted today. And I appreciate you guys, as always, coming around.